Do you like ebooks? Do you want to know some great platforms where you can read ebooks and a lot of them for very less money? If the answer to these questions is yes, then continue watching this video because I'm going to be telling you about this amazing platform and some amazing books that I downloaded from this platform. Hey guys, I am Sankalpita and you're watching BookGeeks India, which is a channel where I make book related videos. If you like books, if you love reading, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos, turn that notification on, and guys, please do comment because you know it that I love it when you comment. If you guys have been following my channel for some time now, you know that it's been almost 2 years that I started reading on my Kindle and almost a year and a half that I started reading books on my Juggernaut app. Now these two are apps that I can actually swear by because these are so good. So when it comes to ebooks, my best choices are these two apps, Kindle and Juggernaut. Now when it comes to Kindle, it is a little expensive because the Kindle unlimited subscription which I take for 1 year is around 1800 rupees, and that might feel a little expensive to some people. So I have a similar kind of option which I'm going to be talking to you about, and this option is Juggernaut app. So this is basically a reading app which is available for Android and also iPhones, and once you download this app, you have a lot of books that you can actually read for free because there are just so many books, including a lot of classics which you can read for free. So I tried the Juggernaut app for almost a year before I went for the paid services, which is called All Access. So when it comes to All Access, you have access to a lot more books, but even then if you don't want to go for All Access, you can always download the app and read so many books for free, which is just fantastic. Something which I also prefer on Juggernaut over Kindle is that the reader interface is much better. So the app has a little glitches, like sometimes it hangs on you and sometimes there are issues with it, but nevertheless when it comes to actual reading, if you guys have read Kindle books, that you know that you have to swipe like this to change the pages on Kindle, right? But on Juggernaut, it's actually a little different, and I think I prefer this interface to that one. So what you can actually do, see, like I go to my shelf here. I know you can't see a lot. So this is Jasmine Days, which I read. Okay, and now you can just, so it takes a little time to load. And then you can actually read like this. So how you read news articles and other articles on Google pages. So you don't really have to swipe left to right. You can just scroll and keep scrolling, go up and down however you like. So that is one thing where I think Juggernaut scores better than Kindle. And just before my birthday, I really want to splurge. I like to splurge a lot on books. So basically I buy a lot of digital copies, a lot of ebooks, and a lot of physical copies as well. And since I have the all access subscription of Juggernaut, I just decided to go ahead and get myself 6 books. Yes, you heard me right. I got 6 books from the Juggernaut reading app, and I'm really excited to tell you guys all about it. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. So the books that I got are really diverse in terms of the content, diverse in terms of genre, and diverse in terms of the number of pages. So certain books are like 30 to 40 pages long, whereas certain books are up to 400 pages long. And some of the books I got are chiclets, whereas some others are stories about LGBT. So just last week I had this live chat session with you guys, and many of you guys told me that why am I not reading romances? So I decided to buy a couple of romances here. So yes, these are diverse books, and let me just tell you all about them without any further ado. Book number 1 is Combat Skirts by Sahana Ahmed. This is basically a chiclet, at least it appears to me that it is a chiclet, which has a really interesting cover, which I'm going to show you here. So this book is basically the story of this young woman called Saba, who is actually enrolled in an army hostel to study law. Now when she goes there, she's actually kind of torn between two things, between what she wants to be, what she really wishes to have in her life, and between the foundations that have been created by her parents. So she's kind of having this tug of war between her newfound freedom and her duty towards her parents. As this was not enough, and to complicate matters even further, she has actually more suitors than she can handle. So who will she choose? The handsome old crush, or the college heartthrob who has every girl's heart, or the mysterious lieutenant? This is Sava's story and the story of the guys that are pursuing her. I just downloaded it. I have not yet started reading it, but I'm really looking forward to it because I am in mood for some great chick lit, and this sounds promising. Book number 2 is a very short read which is called This Girl is Trouble, and it's written by Divya Anand. So this book is the story of these two people who work in the same company. So when Samira decides to join Bloom, which is a leading skincare brand, Rohan gets a little insecure. He doesn't know a lot about her and he's kind of skeptical about her. He's almost certain that Samira spells trouble, but soon as they start working with each other, Rohan starts to get to know Samira better. He realizes that she's actually a very courageous woman, a very talented woman, and finally Rohan is thinking that he might actually fall in love with her. So how will the chemistry of these two colleagues turn out? Will they be together or will they not be together? This sounds like a promising read, and a very short one at that. And I think this is the book that I'll be picking when I'm unable to sleep in the night, because it's short and it sounds fun, and I think it'll be really good. The third book that I'm going to talk to you about is Murder's Most Matronly by Kamakshi P. Murthy. It's a book which is around 425 pages long. So this book is basically the story of two elderly cousins, Meena and Leela Rao. Now these two elderly women are leading very content, very quiet, very peaceful kind of lives in Tucson, Arizona. But all that changes when a serial killer descends on the South Asian community and who's targeting elderly women in the area. Now this phenomena brings them out of their shell, and they decide to persuade the deputy chief of police to let them help him. But soon the deputy chief realizes that his two assistants fit the victim profile perfectly. Now what will happen? Will they be able to catch the serial killer? What role will Meena and Leela play? To know this and much more, I think you should read this book because I am very excited about it. And look at the cover, guys. Isn't it exciting? I'm just thrilled by the idea of these two women playing detectives. Book number 4 is How Not to Be a Good Housewife by Sara Fawad. Now this is a book which I've already started reading. I'm about 50% done in the book. So this book is actually 360 page long and it's written by a Pakistani author. So I thought, why not go for a different point of view and learn about how life really is for Pakistani housewives. So this book is basically the story of this woman called Laila who works in New York for a fashion magazine. She's a writer. Now when she's there, she's very happy. She's enjoying her life. She lives there with her husband and a son, but due to some circumstances her husband loses his job and they are forced to come back to Pakistan. Now when she's back into Pakistan, her entire life changes. In New York, she was a fierce independent woman living her own life and earning her own money, but back in Pakistan things are different. Women are not really working, women are not supposed to work. So how her life is going to be changed once she's back in Pakistan? Will she be able to redefine her life and the people and her own career in Pakistan? This is what the book is all about. Right now, as I told you, I'm at 50% of the book and I'm kind of liking it. The writing is not very fluent, but yes, it's a good read and kind of gives you a different perspective from a Pakistani woman's point of view. Book number 5 is Love Therapy by Anirudh Mahale. This is again a very short read, so it's just 50 pages long, and it's actually the story of this guy called Sudarshan whose mother catches him in bed with a guy. Now she doesn't realize what this is. She thinks it's a problem. So Sudarshan's mother is actually hell-bent on curing her son of this ailment, this serious disease which she thinks her son has, before he goes off to his MBA. So what will happen in Sudarshan's life? Will things change for him? How will he convince his mother about his homosexuality, about his sexual preferences? So this is the story of that. And though I have read a couple of books on homosexuality, but most of these books had foreign characters. So I'm really excited to read this book, which is from an Indian guy's perspective about how it is, being a homosexual in India. So really looking forward to it, and I think you should be too. The The sixth book that is a part of this digital book haul and that I downloaded is Love is Never Easy by Donna Diaz Manuel. Now this is a book which is 360 pages long and it tells us the story of these three women, Nina, Aisha and Ria. Nina is actually at a point in her professional life where her professional achievements are actually taking a toll on her married life. On the other hand, the second friend Ria is trying to come out to her family. And the third friend, Aisha, is actually pregnant with her secret lover's child. So in the midst of all this chaos, life throws yet another challenge towards Nina. So how will these three friends overcome their troubles? How will they get their life back on track is what this book is all about. And again, I'm kind of excited to read this book. So guys, these are the 6 books that I downloaded recently. This is my digital book haul from the Juggernaut app. As I told you, I've already started reading one book and I'm looking forward to reading the other books very soon. Especially Murder's Most Matronly because it sounds really exciting to me. So do let me know if you have purchased any books recently and if you have been using the Juggernaut app and if you plan to use the Juggernaut app. And that's pretty much it from me in this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and until the next video, which will be pretty soon, bye.